Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. I was a little thrown off as to what day it was because I actually ended up cooking dinner for tonight because my mom wanted to cook on Friday. She wanted to sort of do something special on Friday, and so she asked if we could switch days, and I was like, she asked if I could switch days with one of her 2 days, either on Thursday or Wednesday, and I was like, Wednesday or Thursday's probably not going to work because grocery shopping, and like normally I don't have enough time to make dinner before we wind up going. But actually tomorrow we're going to be going early, but my dad is off work tomorrow, so we're not going really early in the morning, but we're going to be going like earlier, I guess, to the grocery stores. So that's why, though. I guess now looking at it, I probably could, but I wasn't even thinking about this ahead of time. And my dad wasn't sure that he was getting off work on Thursday or not, so since he is, now will work out. I could have cooked tomorrow, but either way, I just told her that I would do Wednesday instead. So I switched one of my days. I ended up doing shrimp scampi. Luckily, I had all the ingredients for that. It wasn't something that I needed to get. Like, I planned out, I'm going to do hamburgers, the shrimp scampi. I'm going to do, let's see what else does it say in my planner, another breakfast for dinner this weekend. And then I got, oh, beef and broccoli is the other thing that I'm going to do. So that is my plan, because I've got the beef, the kind of beef that you use for beef and broccoli, on sale. Plus I got that little packet of like the beef and broccoli, like, I don't know, like sauce or like seasoning packet. And then I also got, I have broccoli. I know I have frozen broccoli for sure. Plus I think I don't know, I don't think I have fresh broccoli anymore. So I think that's just what I'm going to use. And then I've also got, we're going to get, hopefully, again, this is as long as they have everything at the grocery stores, but I'm going to get that bacon that was on sale last week at Valley Produce. It's on sale and actually advertised this week. So I'm going to get that, and then we'll do breakfast for dinner, because Valley Produce actually, or I'm sorry, Caputo's has eggs on sale. You guys know how I was like so upset. I was like, I had to pay $2.99 for eggs at Aldi, and I was not happy about that. Caputo's has their cage-free brown eggs on sale for $2.50. So I'm going to pick up 2 packages of those, because again, even though I cringe at saying $2.50 for eggs, because I'm so like I would honestly, guys, like about a year ago, I probably would have never paid over 99 cents for eggs. So this is like crazy to me, but since I actually saw that it was somewhat of a good deal, and like for like cage-free brown eggs, that's actually a fairly good deal on top of it, and it's 50 cents cheaper than Aldi, so I sort of jumped at the opportunity to grab those. So like I said, that's what I'm going to do. But since we're going to do that, we can do like omelets, and the, what's it called, like the bacon, and we'll probably do, I'll have Jack do his like homemade pancakes actually this week. And then again, we're just going to do hamburgers, because Jewel actually has their pub burgers on sale for 99 cents with the limit of 8. They have a big 99-cent sale going on, so I am going to take advantage of that. But I want to use up some of the ones that we already have in the freezer. So yeah, like I said, I think that's the plan. But the shrimp scampi I already had, like I said, all the ingredients for, so I didn't have to buy anything. And lately when I've been doing, like, because I buy in bulk so much, but instead of letting, because I got the 2-pound bag of shrimp, and I got I ended up using like, I think 2 cups or something like that of chicken broth with the shrimp scampi. And so I still have 2 cups left over, plus I still have that other pound of shrimp, so I'm just going to do it again next week. And like, that was what I did the last 2 weeks. I did, like, normally I do like 1 pasta dinner when I do it over the 4 days that I cooked, and so last week I did mac and cheese. But since I got that 2-pound thing of mac and cheese, I had enough to do like a full pound for 1 week, and then a full pound for the next week, since I opened it to use for, like, you know, like I said, 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. I didn't want it sitting in the fridge and for like, you know, weeks and weeks, until I finally decided like to make it again. So I was like, I'll just do it, you know, use it again for the next week. So just like, again, I'll follow it, you know, again the following week, and just I have all the ingredients to be able to do it all over again with. So like I said, that was my plan, but I'm going to do similar thing with the shrimp scampi. I used like again half the ingredients that I bought because it was in bulk, and then I'll do the other half of the ingredients next week and do the same dinner. But the breakfast for dinner thing I wasn't planning on. It was just that again I found that stuff was actually all on sale and was like, hey, why not? Because also too, since it's summer outside right now, and like we could honestly do it for breakfast. It's just sort of like not everybody's here all the time, and it's sometimes we can't again schedule things out very well and all that, like, you know, in the mornings and stuff, unless we really planned it ahead of time, and with my mom working and stuff like that, it doesn't work out that way. So I was just like, well, we can still take advantage of cooking outside on the black stone for breakfast and just do it as a breakfast for dinner, which is fine. So yes, that is the plan. That was what I ended up doing today. Plus I uploaded yesterday's vlog. I uploaded the 2 videos that I had already had uploaded, so I'm all caught up. Like tomorrow I'll be uploading yesterday's vlog, and I will be editing today's vlog, and so I'm finally all caught up. And I also did dishes and laundry today, and I watered most of the gardens today, like not the vegetable garden, but the thing is that it's supposed to rain this weekend, and we like got a downpour earlier, like on Sunday or Saturday, whatever day that was, and it's been hot though, so I'm like, I probably should water it like with the hose, like give it a good soaking. But at the same time too, I'm like, it also is supposed to rain I think on Friday, so I'm like, I don't want to do it and then, you know, like not waste, but just like, you know, doing it again, because again the soil outside though, it actually still looks pretty good, but like I need to find like a good day almost like right in between where I can do that. So I probably actually should have done it today instead. We also too, which took up a big chunk of the day today, was we watched the last episode of Stranger Things, which I'm not gonna try and spoil anything. I'm just like, I think I've said this, whatever it was, 2 days ago when I was talking about it, that I was like, oh, I heard that they're supposed to be doing like a season 5 or whatever, and like literally season 4 is just like, not to set up season 5, but it leaves you with not more questions, but like the questions are answered, but I feel like it just leaves you with like, oh, we're just, you know, like a cliffhanger sort of, like it's not, and much bigger than any of the other seasons, and like like a lot of even the smaller little things too weren't even like wrapped up. It was just like everything was very like you know, like open for the next season, and I think again that's supposed to be, I believe, the final season. So like I said, not that I was disappointed, it was really good, but there was just a lot of like, you know, like I said, sort of cliffhangers that you get left on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, really? Like, because I think they know that this is the final season, that's why like they did it that way instead of just like sort of like leaving it open for like, oh, the possibility of another season. It's like, no, there definitely is going to be like a final season now. So like I said, yeah, that's like that took up a big chunk of the day though too. It's like 2.5 hours. So anyways, yes. But guys, the one thing I have to say is that, like, because I've been watching a lot more, I watched Stranger Things to get caught up with everything, and then after I was done with that, I think that's when I started watching Downton Abbey. I think I finished watching though The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which I was not a huge fan of the latest season that just came out. I think the second season honestly is maybe my favorite, but anyways, I don't know if the 5th season for that is also going to be the final season, but I sort of feel like it might be. And I saw something like that it was only going to be renewed, like so far it's for sure renewed for a 5th season, but I don't know if there is a possibility of like 6th season or anything like that, but you know, if it's like definitely done. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the latest one, but I finished watching that because like I watched halfway through because I rewatched it. I think honestly rewatched from the beginning like 4 times now. I'm not even lying. But I was rewatching it again just recently when the newest season came out, and I only got like halfway through or like into season 3 or something like that, and then stopped, and then I just finished watching it, I think, after Stranger Things. And then after that I was like, I don't know what else to watch, so that's when I started watching Downton Abbey. And because of that, I have not been reading that much, which I have been a little disappointed in myself about, because I started off so strong and read through those first 2 Harry Potter books like crazy, like record time for me. I feel like I think I finished the first one in like under a week, which I really don't know if I've ever finished a book that fast that was actual chapter book and not just like you know, like some easy reader, you know, book or picture book or something like that. You know, when I was little, I don't think that I've ever finished like a book, like even like kid chapter books. I don't think I've ever finished like when I was in like elementary school or anything like that, like, you know, small little, you know, like easy reader sort of, you know, books. Like I never have finished like I think a book that fast. And so like I was like so proud of myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so amazing. And I don't know why, but like I just got into the 3rd book, and like I think because I read it very sporadically, not that it's not good, because I've only gotten through a couple chapters so far, but I just read it so, like I read like 1 chapter, and then like a few days later read another chapter, and then a few days later like read like back-to-back chapters, and then like I only would read like a half of a chapter every day for like a few days, and then I'd stop and then read like a whole chapter like once. And so it was very, very inconsistent. And like I said, I don't know actually how far into the book I am, but I'm super, like I said, like just confused maybe a little bit because I haven't been reading it super consistently, and now I've sort of forgotten where I am and what I've read. And so I'm almost like, should I just start it over from the beginning? Because the problem is that sometimes when I read at night, I'm super tired and I actually start falling asleep, that I'm like not paying attention. And then the problem is that I either read it, like if I'm going to bed early, then I wind up reading it, I still fall asleep, and like because I'm just so tired, or else if I do stay up late and read it, then I'm also like tired because I stayed up too late. And so like, but like reading helps to actually like get me tired to go to bed. So even like I said, if I'd read it earlier, like because I'm, you know, not tired, sometimes I'd still wind up falling asleep from it. And so like from reading, and it's not that book specifically, it's just like I said, just in general, like whenever I would read, I would sort of like, it would help me to fall asleep. And so I just found it, like I said, especially for some reason over the summer recently too, like just very like every time that I would read, I'd wind up almost falling asleep. And I think because I was waking up so early, and so like I'd go to bed and like at like, you know, 10-11 o'clock, and I'd be tired and like fall asleep, and so I wouldn't actually finish reading like a full chapter or something like that. And so like I said, I'm a little frustrated in myself, but I feel like it was really, again, I started reading it a little bit before summer, like at least before Jack was out of school, and so I started reading the other 2, I think, and I finished those, like I said, very quickly. And I think that was sort of why, was because like just once the summer sort of hit, it was like my sleep schedule was off. Like I get up really early some days, but for some reason this week I've been going to bed really late and waking up really late so far. And so I've been just really inconsistent over the summer so far, like waking up and going to bed. And so I feel like that's sort of why I haven't been reading quite as much when I actually go to bed. But it is weird, like probably about, again, several months ago, like before I would read before I'd go to bed, like when I would just watch TV and I wouldn't fall asleep for like forever. And now though, actually, it's like as soon as I get into bed, I fall asleep. So like it's just like, even if I read or if I didn't read, I feel like I still fall asleep, which I guess is sort of a good thing. I'm not just like staying up like watching TV or like trying to fall asleep or whatever, but like I said, it's just not really like helpful right now, like falling asleep as soon as I get into bed, because then I can't read, and that's normally the time I find myself probably doing it the most. And so like I don't normally read during the day. I mean, I did when I was reading like the first book, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And like I actually read several chapters on the weekend during the day, but like over like the summer, normally I'm like, oh, if I have like free time, I'll like go out in the garden and water, you know, plants or whatever. And it's like I don't really have, not that I don't have free time, but I just like I don't know, I'm just using it a lot differently than when it was like cooler out. And I wasn't, again, this was maybe back in May I think I started reading it, honestly, but you know, it was just, I don't know, I just haven't been reading that much, and I'm a little disappointed in myself because I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna finish the entire thing over the summer, and I've honestly barely picked up a book almost at all this summer. So anyways, yes, like I said, I don't know if I want to start over reading it from the beginning or not. I really don't know, but I'm a little, like I said, disappointed and frustrated in myself for that. But yeah, I've also been too, like I said, substituting, like if I have the option, then I've been watching TV shows, I think, too. So like, again, like especially while I was like binging Stranger Things to try and watch it when everybody else was, like, and to get caught up, I think I was watching like some episodes too before I'd fall asleep, and I think that's sort of honestly what started to like break the habit of reading. Then I stopped reading as much, and I was watching, like I'd be like, oh, I'd watch an episode before I'd take a shower and watch another episode after I'd take a shower. And so now, like I said, and I was doing that with watching what's it called, Downton Abbey as well. Like I watch an episode before I take a shower and then another one afterwards, and then I wouldn't wind up reading because I just wind up normally falling asleep pretty much right after. And sometimes I'd even fall asleep while I was watching an episode, and I'd have to rewatch it again the next day. So and that was sort of the same thing too with reading, though, was that sometimes I wind up like almost dozing off or like closing my eyes while I'm reading because I'd be so tired. So and I have to read the chapter all over again the next day anyway, so it wasn't, like I said, very like useful doing it that way anyway. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to, like I said, try and get myself back into that a little more. But I'm going to take a shower and get to bed and hopefully maybe be able to read. But I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.